And live from the rinks, it's Wednesday night hockey on the LI Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jack Ziskin. I'll be taking you through the goal tonight as West Islip JV takes on Smithtown Hauppauge JV Blue. Into tonight, West Islip sitting at 5-4. The Bulls sitting at 2-7. And off the opening draw, possession is with the Bulls. West Islip had it momentarily, but now Spetty can't get the clear. Bulls pressing early. Shot off the back of the net. Lions recover. Puck comes off the far wall. Spetty ahead. Good effort there, but Santos couldn't get to it. Salvador Randazzi off the wall. Randazzo, excuse me. Bulls get the clear. West Islip off defensive here early on. Bulls have won 2 of their last 3. A shot from the slot. It doesn't go. What a chance. But no shot and certainly no goal. West Islip on their heels early on. Won their last game against HM. Here come the Bulls again. Circling the goal. Looking towards the slot. They don't like what they see. Along the half wall now. Towards the front. That one to no one in particular. Ajak holds it in. West Islip recovers and loses it immediately. In the slot. A shot. Kicked out. What a save. Starting goaltenders tonight, Michael Elko for West Islip. Alexander Bichula for the Bulls. Ajak goes D-to-D off the wall. Lost. West Islip. Here's a chance, but the shot from the slot never comes. Bulls get it back. Looking for the zone exit. They can't get it. That was Jack Lela that time. Puck now beneath the goal line. Looking to go D-to-D. Are the Bulls now after that attempt on the cycle didn't go. West Islip gets it back in transition. Here they come. To the outside. Thrown towards the slot. That one's intercepted. Good effort from Prizjin. Shot from the point is deflected. Resetting. Along the half wall. Bulls defense recovers. Ajak resets it to his own D-man on that pass, and then puck is thrown up. They'll get it out of the zone. Minervini will dance in, carrying it beneath the goal line. Off the wall to the point. Bonkov puts that one well wide. Wraparound attempt, and they score! Pass to the slot. Making no mistake was Minervini. And at 11:44, Minervini has his second goal of the season. And it's 1-0 Smithtown Hauppauge. Face-off will be controlled by West Islip this time. My apologies, goal scored by Jake Ventura. I had the wrong sheet in front of me, excuse me. Assisted by Anthony Arnold. 11:30 remaining. That was Ventura's first of the season for 96 in white. Petzugel's last year for Longwood freshman White. First at the JV level. Congratulations to him. He has the Bulls up 1-0 after that one had been sent the length of the sheet for icing. Bulls looking for a clear, and they'll get it. Racing in, cutting right to left, and then a shot from the outside is wide of the net. At the line, that shot is blocked. Here's a chance for West Islip. They have a breakaway. Coming in, shot! And that one stopped. And it ends up being one not to write home about as Lela comes in and Bashula holds his ground. Didn't move, and just an absolutely tremendous save for him. Face-off is won by the Bulls. Puck comes out and sent back in to late offsides. It will be collected by Melendez. Is past dangerous territory. It's turned over. Espetti moved it across, but West Islip couldn't collect. From the Bulls now in transition. And West Islip forces a turnover. They get the clear. Dance into the zone and are now on the attack. Puck comes out of the zone. West Islip resetting D to D nicely there. Good move. They'll enter. Forehand, trying to dangle through. He does. And the shot doesn't come. A great series of moves for Bonkov. Puck is recovered by West Islip. Santos couldn't get the zone entry that time. Bulls now heading the other way with speed. Kozak tried to headman it to Benstock. Ends up a little bit too far ahead of him. Mills throws it up the wall out of the zone. The Bulls will recover. They enter. Shot, and that's gloved, and we get a whistle and a stoppage. Quick save for Elko, and face-off will come to his right. The lone goal in this game belongs to Ventura. His first as a Bull, his first at the JV level. Puck comes up but not out of the zone. Bulls hold it in. They have numbers. The shot from Prisgent is redirected, recollected, and escorted out of the zone. Ferraro headmanning it. Now a battle along the wall, but Bulls, Luke Jarrett got in the way of it, and Smithtown recovered it. That pass ends up about taking a couple of bounces. Prisgent enters, and we get a whistle and a stoppage. Back and forth we go on the LI Sports Network. Some chances now for the Lions. They trail 1-0. First meeting between these two squads. Face-off is controlled by West Islip, but the puck is controlled by Smithtown Hauppauge. They enter the zone. Dangling in, looking to the back door. A shot! No! Oh my goodness! What a save for Michael Elko. Put some respect on his name. What an absolute robbery. He was hung out to dry. Didn't let that stop him. Still 1-0. Lions still on their heels. Let's see if Elko's save sparks something here as they try to enter. Good controlled entry by Palmieri. Bulls now have possession though. Pass is redirected, held in, walking in with speed. Shot doesn't go. Good defense there for the Bulls. It was Ferraro that time breaking it up. Bulls get it out of the zone now. Benstock steps to the outside. Off-angle shot goes well wide of the net. Up and off the wall. Held in initially, but not the second time. Here comes West Islip with speed. 1-0. And that shot, they score! Bar down beauty for Ryan Bonkov. And we're tied at 1. .816 remaining. And just like that, it's a 1-1 hockey game. A fantastic save by Elko, and Bonkov just makes the Bulls pay. Lions here trying to make something happen. Not much besides Bonkov. Let's see if they can do something here. Carrying to the outside, looking towards the slot. They don't like what they see. Pass is thrown through. Bonkov and Ventura, the goal scorers here tonight. One day before Thanksgiving, and it's feast or famine as that shot is gloved by Elko. Face-off will come to his left. Face-off is tied up. Bulls can't force it out of the zone. Rather, excuse me, Lions can't force it out of the zone. Bulls still pressing. To the slot. A shot! Save by Elko! Another chance, another save. .717. Is it feast or is it famine? Michael Elko has the Bulls offense starving. Don't forget to follow the @LI Sports Network. You can check our story for all the latest game highlights and recaps. We get a whistle. It was a false start. No 10-yard penalty on the play. Ryan Light in the dot. So it'll be deja vu all over again to Elko's left. Bonkov tries to get the clear. Can't, but on the second attempt, Lions leave the zone, and Salvador Randazzo chips it in. Bulls regrouping now. Kozak tried to move it along. Bonkov broke it up. Slick pass ahead, but it goes off the tape of Randazzo, and the Bulls are able to resettle. But then Espetti walking in, his shot off the wall, well wide of its intended target. Regrouping meant Ventura moved it behind the goal, and now Espetti in the corner. Tried to move it to the point. Doesn't get there. Bulls in transition. Play is broken up by Bonkov. He'll spin away from pressure. Moves it D to D. Gets it right back on the saucer pass. Ahead, and the Bulls break it up. They'll reset. Off the wall. Smithtown Hauppauge pressing. Here they come again. Apologies, as it seems like we're having another issue with our feed. We had this last. Here comes Ventura. Fortunately, the feed I see and the feed you see are a little different, so if I go out, you should still be able to see the play, but if the commentary goes out, my apologies for that. It's not a perfect size. That shot is stopped, and we get a whistle. Coming off the stick of Arnold. Face-off is tied up. Eventually poked out of the... No, not out of the zone. Bulls shot goes caromming off the boards. West Islip recovers. West Islip with a chance now. Walking in, shot from the outside off the back of the net. Scooped up, and they'll continue. Kevin Mills towards the slot. Another shot won't go. To the slot again. That shot is blocked. Another shot. That one's wide. Sinclair is circling. Puck comes whipping around the wall, held in at the point. They'll walk the line. And an errant pass, and now here comes Smithtown Hauppauge, 2-on-2. That one was chipped ahead. Skating into it was Campese. Off the feed from Mitchell. West Islip recovered it. They move it up the wall. And a lead pass. Here comes the 2-on-1. Slap shot goes well wide of the net. Can't be held in at the point. Bulls in transition on the attack. Play was broken up nicely there by Finn Howard. Excuse me. It's Kevin Mills. Here comes Bonkov again. To the outside, looking. Shot off the bar. It pops out. Sinclair will chase. West Islip loses possession. Pajak with it, but the Lions got it back. Bonkov couldn't hold it in as he was pinned along the wall. Bulls have a 3-on-1. Campese, his shot. Turned aside by Elko. We get a whistle on a stoppage. Lions still on their heels. Bulls in the driver's seat. The goal from Bonkov tying things up. 3:34 remaining here on the South Rink in Hauppauge. Second of 3 games on the LI Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. Puck comes up out of the zone, and it's going to be deja vu all over again, as that is icing. Face-off will once again come to the right of Elko. Lions netminder has been tested early and often. Looks like Chinnis in the circle for West Islip. Face-off is one back to Bonkov. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Only 5 players on this West Islip roster here tonight are not wearing a number that is 80 or higher. And without nameplates, I apologize if I mix any of them up here tonight. As Lela moves that one down. Puck works around and comes back up to the point. That shot was redirected. Ends up being stopped. Elko really, and there's going to be a penalty there. Not really much argument as Ryan Light. You got to be a little careful when you're near the boards. And we have a player down on the ice. We're going to wait and see. Hoping they're okay. As you can see, West Islip head coach Salvador Randazzo Sr. heading out. Assistant coach Dave Brown. On the other side, Marlon Jarby for the Bulls, along with Bernardino Ferraro. Like we said, this is the first time these two teams met. West Islip snapped a 3-game skid against SCHSHL on the 14th of November. But before that, losses to St. Anthony's JV Black, Longwood, and Smithtown JV Red. On the other hand, the Bulls started this season on an 0-6 skid. As you can see, the injured player now making his way to the bench. That is number 82, so that will be Jake Chinnis. Bulls started on a 0-6 skid, beat Connect-Quad Zayville in a 7-6 barn burner, lost 5-3 to Northport Huntington, and eventually came back in their last game and beat Ward Melville in a decisive 12-2 victory. Now they're on the PK, and a chance now for West Islip to even the score. Off the draw. Lions going D to D. Shot towards the front and on the back door. No, denied. Thrown up and out of the zone. Good start to this kill for the Bulls getting that clear. And then the pass off the wall. It's rescued by Espetti. He'll come in. The outside, his shot was blocked. That went off. Skated the Bulls defender, in this case, Finn Howard. Smithtown Hauppauge in transition again. This kill is going pretty well for them as trying to make a fancy move there. The play was broken up. We get a whistle and a penalty will be going against West Islip. So we'll head to 4-on-4. The call will go against Espetti. The boarding call, a 2-10 for Ryan Light. Served by Charles Campisi, and now we get another call. You can hear some fans, and by some I mean one, very upset. Again, I'm calling this game remotely, and to be honest with you, I am very glad of that right now as we get a whistle and another stoppage. She's a very nice lady, but would not want to be next to her right now. As this puck comes up and out of the zone. Here comes West Islip. Partial break. That shot was deflected in the battle of the 78s. Just an excellent tip. Just an excellent job by Mills and a better job by Finn Howard that time breaking that up. Mills still pressing. Nice move there. Throws it towards the slot. Wanted Randazzo. Didn't really work out that time. He's still pressing. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this shift. Really made some strong plays here, as you can see. Sinclair covering at the point. Puck comes out in the slot. Randazzo threw it across. No one was there. Sinclair resetting. Puck comes out of the zone. So spinning away from pressure is Bonkov. Regrouping, still 4-on-4. Ben Stock will provide pressure for the Bulls. Bonkov wheels. Looking to deal. Force to the outside on his backhand. Wraparound attempt won't go. Loose in the slot. And the puck cannot be corralled by Randazzo. Still pressing here. Smithtown Hauppauge. In a little shot. No! What a stop from Elko. West Islip enters. That pass was broken up. Sinclair got a stick on it. Bulls get the rest of it. Skating into it is Michelanda. Penalty is ended. We have returned to an abbreviated power play. Lions looking to lift that one up and out. Bulls keep it in. They're pressing here, as you can see Campisi on that one. A shot from the point. That one is turned aside. What a save. They're really asking a lot of Michael Elko, but he's made every save required here tonight. Face-off is controlled by the Bulls. They'll go D to D. That one was broken up, and the clock will hit 0. After 1, we're tied at 1. It's the Bulls and the watching JV action on the LI Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We're going to play some clicks from last night's best.
To the races. A self-chip. Splits through the D. Is going to get a breakaway chance. Shoots and scores!
They were surging. Kearney, near point, shot goes wide. Now out in front, backhand shot, they score! It's Blaschuk!
Booth holding the spot for him, keeps it in. Self-chip off the wall. Booth out front to Wagner. They score.
Now McFadden, full head of steam in. McFadden want to move. McFadden scores!
The power play has expired. We return to the second period. Tied at 1, long change for both squads. Again, that 10-minute misconduct is still being served. That is being served by Ryan Light. Face off at center is controlled initially by West Islip. Bulls pouncing on that puck. Should have been a Lions face-off win. Ventura working it around now. Minervini up, out of the zone. Foot race for it. Michelanda ends up helping the Lions secure possession. Bulls get it right back. Pass behind its intended target. Ventura does a good job breaking that play up. Bulls still pressing here, but a turnover on that pass, but it won't be secured by West Islip, at least not initially. Michelanda has to come in to support. Bulls eventually are going to escort this one up the wall, and it was Melendez who threw it up there. Recovered by Mills. He's under pressure. Escapes once. He's going to push by 2. Tried to chip it ahead for a little give and go. His teammate did not seem to get the memo on that one. Lions have that one broken up. Another chance, and here they come. 1-on-0. Shot turned aside. Rebound off the back of the net. What a chance for West Islip. And they score! The Lions strike first in the second. They take their first lead of the game. 13:41 remaining in this second period. Face-off is controlled by the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls. They've really been in the driver's seat all game. Michelanda the goals, Jeremy Sinclair and Leonard Palmieri picking up assists. Bonkov circling his own cage. Lions looking for a zone exit. They'll get it. A key goal here, and let's see if West Islip can turn this into sustained momentum. They're still finding themselves caved in a lot of the time as that shot is turned aside by Vashula. Not really much of a chance there, and we get a whistle and a stoppage. It looks like we're getting another penalty here. Pajak to the box. Lions to the power play. 13:04 is the time. 2 minutes on this West Islip power play. Bulls almost started with 5 guys on the ice. You could see Finn Howard told to go back to the bench. Salvador Randazzo will take the face-off. It is one back towards Bonkov. He goes D to D. Nearly turned over, nearly left the zone, but it's held in by Mills. Randazzo will now throw it around the wall. Bonkov elects not to chase. Wanted to, just not enough on that, so Sinclair has to get it. It's a cross-checking penalty assessed to Pajak. That's put the Lions on the power plays. Bonkov to the back door. Randazzo can't capitalize. Shot from the point by Mills. Makes its way through traffic. Now looking to reset to Bonkov. He steps into one. And one's gloved by Vashula. Faceoff will come to his right. Bulls now on their heels. They haven't had much of a problem at 5-on-5. The issues have come, well, not at 5-on-5. It's come when they're on the kill, and it's really created some problems for them. Face-off is one back, Bonkov. And stepping into one from the opposite side. Not much to write home about. Bonkov calling for it. That pass is picked off, just waited too long that time, and it was the right idea, just the wrong execution for Espetti. Now the Bulls have a chance. 2-on-1 developing. Espetti helps break that one up this time. And that shot turned aside, and Elko. You know, sometimes you want your best penalty killer to be your goaltender. You don't want your best power player, for lack of a better term, to be your goaltender. That is not what you want if you're West Islip. Face-off came to Elko's left. It was actually one to Sinclair, but he was already looking up ice. Lions in transition. Bonkov was trying to get it. Puck was ended up being taken away. Bit of friendly competition there as the Espetti to the front, and then the backdoor pass to Sinclair. Couldn't get there in time. Approaching 30 seconds left on this kill. Is that pass intended for Bonkov was off target. Espetti on the forecheck, trying to help force the turnover. And the play was broken up. Lions chip it in. Espetti on the forecheck. That one goes up and out. We get a whistle and a stoppage. Lions, even at 5-on-4, the ice has been tilted in the Bulls' favor. They look bigger, faster, and stronger here tonight. And they're hungry for a win before Thanksgiving. And here in the second stanza. Still down a man. Bonkov and Mills have been out here the entire time. Randazzo can't win the draw. Bulls pressing. Big hit from Bonkov, just wedging Campese off the puck. Nice clean body check as that pass collected by West Islip. We're now all even. Walking in. Mills, shot over the net. Sinclair couldn't hold it. Bonkov getting aggressive, trying to intercept that pass. Sent all the way down for icing. We get a whistle and a stoppage. Lions lucky that one wasn't touched as it headed all the way down. Coming into tonight, Lions sitting at 5-4, Bulls sitting at 2-7. So pivotal moments in the season for both these teams. Lions trying to really win a game that in their minds they should win, help secure their playoff positioning, while the Bulls are just trying to avoid falling out of the race altogether before they're statistically eliminated. Elko flips that one up and out. Now the Bulls regroup, spinning around, and that one to no one in particular. Lions looking for the entry. They get it. Pass across. Did not find its intended target. Bulls looking across. Man walking in. Shot kicked out by Elko. Rebound. And that one barely made it towards Elko. Play was broken up. No penalty there, but you can hear some cries for one as Campese kind of escorted himself into the boards that time while going for the puck, but any contact there was incidental. Good no call by the officials. Benstock had it. Threw it beneath the goal line. West Islip throws it up, but not out of the zone. Held in. Scooped towards the net. Kicked up. Lions trying to soccer it out that time. Couldn't. Benstock back with it. And that one's in! You don't see that every day. A bad bounce. Bulls take this one. It's all tied up. 9:27 remaining. Not how. I don't think that's how Elko envisioned it going in, but just off the boot into the back of the net as the pass went across. Benstock will get the goal. Credited the assist to Anthony Arnold. That's Benstock's 6th of the season. He's been a points machine for this Bulls team that's just trying to crawl their way out of the bottom of the standings, and that was one step closer. Here come the Lions off the draw. Sinclair's shot was redirected by Pajak, ended up bouncing in front, and it's covered up by Vishula. Faceoff will come to his right. But no JKs here tonight. He is the leading goal scorer for this squad, Ben Stock. Face-off shot from Mills, kicked out by Vishula fairly harmlessly. Bulls will recover. Look to move this one up ice. Ventura's pass across. It's broken up, and now a nice move by Mills. He's just eating minutes here, dangling right to left, but he's offsides. The clock winds down, but we're only a little halfway through. Not nearly halfway through, I should say. The second period, and the Bulls win the draw. Ventura, his shot, easily stopped by Elko. A couple nice moves here from Mills. I'm not sure the last time I didn't say his name. The Bulls try and regroup. West Islip capitalizing. They nearly enter offside. Sinclair had to let it go as the back check just was not back for the Bulls. Sinclair now resets to Minervini. It looks like West Islip might be ruling 3 defensemen, which might be, they might have 4, but they haven't been changing them as frequently as Minervini. Nice little poke check there. Puck comes back to Sinclair, and a turnover, errant pass. Benstock makes the next move. Ventura can't collect. Jarrett on the forecheck, nearly finding that one. Bulls had it. Now the puck comes out of the zone. Walking in and firing it in is Sinclair. He's been picking up steam as this game goes on. Rangy forward for this West Islip squad, and now this one ends up beneath the goal line. Looking towards the front, that pass, too much on it. Comes out to the point. Steps into one. The shot that skips and ends up going off the pads of Vishula. Bulls looking for the Hail Mary. They won't get it. No offsides on that one. Here's a chance. Partial 1-on-0, but can't be settled. Good chance for the Santos. I don't know if it happened this year or last year, but I've been calling games on and off for this team a little bit. It does seem like a lot of them hit a growth spurt because you can kind of see the change in their stride, especially. As Espetti to the outside, looking to cut back in, spinning away from pressure. Eventually finds Randazzo. He throws it into the skates of a defender, fires an off-angle shot, not much on it. Puck comes back out. Now it comes to the point. D to D, and Bonkov will step in. His shot well wide. Might have been tipped. And then it comes out of the zone, ends up in the feet of the officials. The officials are part of the field of play. It's hard to officiate a game from off the ice as the Bulls now give it away, but they have a 2-on-1, and Bonkov breaks it up. Lions, lead pass goes awry. Espetti will chase. Bulls pushing in transition. But charging up ice is Prizgen. He's on sides, and that shot kicked out. Good save by Elko. Looking for the off-angle shot. Can't find it. And Prizgen Jr. And that one. Puck comes out towards the slot. Espetti says, thank you very much. Bonkov. Cutting towards center. Steps in. Fires. He scores! Coast to coast. What a goal! And Ryan Bonkov makes it 3-0. He had 6 goals coming into tonight. He now has 8. It has many games. What a goal. What an individual effort. And I don't say that often, but what a individual effort. He's trying to will his team to a 6th win here tonight as the Bulls, despite dominating possession, have slowly seen the ice tilt away from them and towards West Islip. Lions controlling the draw. That pass, however, did not reach its intended target. Chinnis, who was boarded earlier in the game, so haven't really highlighted him since then, but it's good to see him back out on the ice and skating fairly well as that shot redirected is covered. Nice little save for Elko. He's seen the lead slip away once here tonight. Ended up not liking it and really eager to hold on. Had a really solid game as that puck comes up to the point. And it's broken up. Here's a chance for West Islip. They have numbers if they hurry. Chinnis towards the front, and that pass couldn't connect, just a little too far ahead of Jack Lella. Has a brother, I believe, on the developmental team who potted a couple goals last game. In a win, now his older brother looking for 1-2 against the Bulls. Up to the point. Melendez, his shot redirected. Ends up being escorted to the outside. Elko makes a save. Puck is bouncing in the slot. He gets it covered. Probably a little bit more movement than I think I've seen from Elko in his goal all night, and I mean that as a compliment. It sounds weird, but, you know, they teach these goalies now not to move. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but, you know, the less you move, the less you're giving the shooter. If the shooter fakes and you don't bite, well, the shooter's still in the same position, and all of a sudden he's got less time and space. Turnover. Here they come. 2-on-0. West Islip. That shot. It's loose. Rebound. No. Palmieri. I don't think he knew he had a teammate with him as that shot off the pads. Bonkov pitching in. Looking for a shot. Blocked. Second chance. Blocked. Rebound is still free. Bulls on the defensive. Ventura ducks a hit from Sinclair. Smithtown Hauppauge. Here's a breakaway of their own. Benstock coming in. Forehand. Back and forehand. No! And we get a whistle. We'll see what's happening here. It looks like there was a penalty going against West Islip. And oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That's Bonkov, who's arguably been their best player here tonight. The call on the ice is going to be cross-checking. And it will put the Bulls on the power play. And that oh no for West Islip is an oh yes for Smithtown Hauppauge. A critical 2 minutes for West Islip and a chance for the Bulls that, again, a team playing really to change the course of their season. It starts in many ways with a win here tonight after winning 2 of their last 3. They want to make a late playoff push. Held in at the point, walking in now, Prizgen, his shot. Glancing off the glass, shot from point blank. Elko, first save, second save. What a stop for the young netminder and some physicality after the whistle. Arms in the air. Bulls. Ferraro was angry. His teammates escort him away from West Islip. It looks like, are they taking one? Are they taking one? Yes, they are. As far as I can tell, the Lions are going down 2. That is the state of things on the ice. That makes it a 5-on-3. We'll reset the penalty clock. And this is the time where Michael Elko has made save after save after save. If they can escape this tide, I think you have to really give him a pat on the back because he is being, in many ways, hung out to dry by this. Whether you agree with the call or not, it's, you know, I know parents are going to have their own opinions, but I don't get paid to voice those, so we'll just focus on the game. And as it stands, Ryan Light back in the dot. It wasn't so long ago that he was in the box for boarding. Getting him back has definitely helped this Bulls team as off the draw, they control possession. Anderson Brown is listed as being in the box for West Islip. Here come the Bulls. That pass broken up towards the slot and an errant feed. Lions can't get the clear, however. Mills will chase. Randazzo the lone forward. Espetti out as well. Actually, it looks like they have two forwards and one defenseman on a 5-on-3 kill. I don't think I've seen that before, and I've called a lot of Suffolk County High School Hockey League games as that shot is turned aside by Elko. That is a first in this league. It might be a first in any league. Is that pass broken up? Prizgent blows the tire, gets back to his feet. Walking in his shot. That one off the end boards. Rebound. Elko kept it in front of him. And Elko has some words for the Bulls. 51 seconds remain on this extended 5-on-3. And if they manage to escape, it will be because of the man between the pipes, Michael Elko, who stood on his head all night. He's faced more than his fair share of shots, and not to take anything away from Alexander Vishula, who's played a very good game himself. But Elko's just made a series of saves that you really can't expect your goaltender to make. Face-off is won by the Bulls. Shot turned aside, off the shoulder. Critical decision here, and West Islip gets the clear. Mills, if he had turned that over, could have been a serious problem, but now this is going to put the Bulls with just about 15 seconds, maybe one more 5-on-3 shot and a little bit longer. Get back into play as that shot off the end boards. Karams towards the half wall, to the point. Pajak's shot, blocked, friendly fire. Second attempt is stopped. The name of tonight's game has been Michael Elko, and it's still a 5-3, but this penalty will soon become a typical power play, and as that one comes out to the point, shot is partially blocked. Lions looking for a clear. They won't get it. Still on the man advantage. That shot might have glanced off Espetti beneath the goal line. He has it. 5-on-4. Espetti backhands it all the way down. Vishula comes out to play it. 5 seconds remaining. Bonkov will chase. He's on offense. Looking to complete the hat trick. He'll settle for keeping the Bulls hemmed in their own zone. And both penalties have expired courtesy of a Michael Elko-led penalty kill. Bonkov still pressing. Wants revenge. Nearly gets it that time. Unable to make anything happen there. He's playing really tightly to defend this Bulls team. And it seems to have, momentarily at least, flabbergasted the Bulls. Lions now looking for a clear and unable to get one. Now Bonkov, 1-on-1. Forced to the outside, chips it ahead. Skating into it, shot! Rebound! Bonkov! No! Still loose. Puck comes out towards the blue line, held in off the end boards. Bonkov trying to move it back to the point. Bulls collect. This game has gotten physical, and the Bulls now looking to answer back. Forced to the outside. Ventura had it taken away. Really strong play from Mills. He wheels up ice. Across the blue line. Dangling on his backhand now. Looking towards the slot. Wants Bonkov. Both defensemen up in the play. Puck comes out of the zone on an errant pass. Lions trying to reset. Give it away by Anderson Brown. But he steps into it to fix his mistake, and the Lions will recover. Thrown up. Not out of the zone. Bulls have it. Lost in the feet, though, for a moment. And now it comes out of the zone again. Here comes Bonkov. Pulls up. Trying to dangle. Has it taken off his stick. Good play by Ferraro. Lions chip it back in towards the net. Puck is picked up by Ventura. He's under pressure. And that'll do it for the second period. After 2, it's 3-2. And West Islip is up by 1 courtesy of the heroics of Michael Elko. A goal from Jake Michelanda and 2 from Ryan Bonkov. We'll be right back at the start of the third period.
Good move here by Aravena. Fire scores! Caesar Aravena.
Maresca trying to clear as the Lions are in a little bit of trouble on this ship. Another turnover. Pass out in front. Watching her. Saved by Nasarino.
And the Hauppauge. Khan drops it back. Possession the name of the game here. Plenty of open space to work with. Massarella chases behind. And Hauppauge leads the rush. Cuts across. Hits Khan to the backhand. He scores!
Start of the third period. West Islip. They lead by 1. Off the draw, pushed forward by the Lions, trying to get that one towards the net. Play is broken up. Here's a partial 1-on-0, a shot. That one doesn't really seem to come. Second attempt for Shula with the stop, and haven't had to call his name much, especially after that 5-on-3 opportunity that was killed off by West Islip. Bulls go D to D. Shot from the slot, and that one's denied. Vishula. Bulls recover. Ahead. Had a chance for a breakaway, but the pass went off Campese's stick. Bonkov breaks it up. Escorted away by the Lions. Puck comes up out of the zone, was deflected, slipped by a Bulls stick. And there's going to be icing on that play. Second of 3 games on the LI Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. The faceoff is initially won by the Bulls. They get a shot that goes well wide of the goal. Sinclair trying to find an open man. Got a little bit too creative that time. Palmieri trying to rescue it, unable to do so. Here come the Bulls to the front. A shot, a save. Elko, rebound is loose, and it's covered. Disaster nearly strikes again for West Islip, and you have to wonder when Michael Elko is going to run out of lives. $13.52. Face-off is controlled by West Islip. They can't get the clear. Puck might have found its way into Hoffman's skates momentarily. She tries to lift the stick, successfully does, but West Islip can't get the clear. A shot, and that one's gloved but not grasped. We get a whistle and a penalty. Hooking is the call. Take a look at the JV standings. As it stands, West Islip 1 game back of, or rather, actually, I don't actually know how the tiebreakers break out for this one. Overtime win, overtime loss. It should be West Islip moving ahead. Yes, if they win tonight, they move ahead of East Islip in the standings. They go to 5, and that will put, again, Bulls on the power play, and shot from the point goes well wide of the goal. Sent toward the front, we get a whistle and a stoppage. 13:22 now remaining. 1:49 remaining on the penalty. Face-off one back by West Islip. They'll send the length of the sheet. Smithtown down but not out in this playoff race. A win here tonight could put them a game back of Connecticut Sayville as they survive a near turnover in their own end. Prizgent cutting right to left, looking towards the slot, wants the pass. It's broken up. Lions will pounce on the loose puck. Here they come in transition. And Randazzo loses it. Puck does not seem to be going his way here tonight. Big open ice hit. It's clean. Play is broken up by Randazzo momentarily. Prizgent recovers, and Lions. Bonkov has to play it physical after that, and puck is forced out of the zone. Bulls now resetting yet again. They're still on the power play. The penalty, as nice little move there, was to Juliana Hoffman. 2 minutes for hooking, and Melendez made some nice moves there. He's done some nice things here tonight for the Bulls, but they just really haven't been able to finish at a high level. Lost stick in the corner, but trying to soccer that one out was Mills. Second attempt, puck comes out of the zone. Bonkov racing after it's loose. Partial breakaway shot turned aside. Rebound is free. Melendez looking to spring his man. Puck is left behind. We get a whistle, and it looks like this power play might be coming to an early end. We're going to wait and see what happens, but it looks like... Well, first, I think the player in question is gonna complain, would be my guess. Something's being explained to the Bulls bench, something they might not like, but is definitely going against them as or not. No, they have 4 skaters out. Too many players on the ice. That was the confusion. So we're going to reset this clock. It's 4-on-4, all even. Salvador Randazzo in the face-off circle. He loses that draw. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and the Bulls have dominated in the face-off circle, and Randazzo has found himself on the wrong end of that here tonight. Ben Stock carries it in. Fires. That shot is well wide. Shot from the point. That one stopped by Elko. He gets the cover. He's really played sensational here tonight, and penalty will be served by Luke Jarrett for Smithtown Hauppauge. Face-off is controlled, and that shot ends up going off the feet of Mills and was stopped. Fortunately for West Islip by Elko. They're now forced to reset. Bonkov under pressure from Ben Stock. He'll carry left to right, moving along for Mills. Caught it in his feet. Ends up having to settle it one hand's it ahead. Dances outside the defense, looking to cut back in. His shot is turned aside. Nobody there for the rebound. Sinclair trying to split the difference between being aggressive and making sure there's not an odd man break the other way. It is now a power play for West Islip as they enter. Along the outside. Shot off the pad. Puck is loose. Bulls trying to fire it up, but they can't get it out. To the front in the slot. The shot won't go for Sinclair, and I've seen him make that shot before. That time around, it doesn't go his way. Nice saucer pass from Elko. Now coming in, Michelanda looking for his second of the night. Play was broken up. Bulls heading the other way. They'll have a 2-on-2. Now walking into the outside, forced behind the net. Prizgent just going to kill some time here as he puts it off the back of the net and looking for a pass, just trying to hold on to this puck until the penalty expires. Ben Stock lost it, though. Lions get it up, but not out of the zone. Bulls holding it in at the line. Prizgent walks in. Gets tied up. Lions move that one up the wall. Play is broken up again. Ben Stock had it. Tied up. Both teams battling for it. Puck eventually comes out. Sinclair to Bonkov. Lions. Bonkov dances through. Looking towards the slot. Fires! He scores! It's a hat trick for Ryan Bonkov, because why wouldn't it be? It's been all Elko, all Bonkov, and at 9:34 in the third period, it's a hat trick for Bonkov, and West Islip leads 4-2. And the shot on goal is stopped. The goal comes 15 seconds after the too many men on the ice penalty ends. Bonkov has his third. Minervini picks up an assist. Bonkov has 3 points here tonight and has been involved in each of his team's last 3 goals. The faceoff is controlled, sent up the wall by the Lions. Unable to clear it out, though. Puck ends up back in the corner, thrown back up the wall. Bulls say thank you very much, fire it right back into the corner. This time it goes around the wall, where West Islip will reverse it D to D, but instead the Bulls recover. That shot was blocked, but not enough of it. Just does some nice things out there. Just wasn't able to make something happen that time as it's sent towards the slot. The shot doesn't come, and here comes West Islip. Play is broken up at the line. Strong defense. In the corner is Jarrett. He had to serve the too many men penalty. That put his team, well, didn't put his team down by 2, but right after it expired, West Islip really made something happen out there, and that fatigue from being on the kill for 2 minutes can contribute to that. Here's a chance. Elko comes out, backhands it into the corner. It was deflected. Pass also deflected this time by Elko. The first time didn't really go his way. He fixed it. Just a really smart stick there for the West Islip netminder. That one sent all the way down. It's going to be icing, but they're going to take that any day of the week over a potential goal against. 4-2 is the score on the LI Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. And it's been all Elko and all Bonkov all the time, and some really strong play from Kevin Mills as well, but hasn't shown up on the score sheet. Really, it's been those 3 for West Islip. They've played a really solid team game. But within the system, it's been those 3 as that shot is turned aside. Nearly turned over there, but rescued by Minervini, who fixed his mistake, moved it to Espetti. That pass in the feet of Salvador Randazzo. Pass came ahead. DeSantos had it, lost it. Puck comes out of the zone, and the Lions will once again regroup. Bonkov off the wall. Puck comes out of the zone. Sent right back in. Bonkov will go to collect. Ends up going too far, so Minervini. Drop pass gone wrong. Thrown to the slot. That pass was broken up. Good defensive play. West Islip never giving up after making a mistake, and it's paid off here tonight. But here come the Bulls again, and once again, just a smart stick. Espetti absorbs contact to get the clear, and the Bulls want to go D to D. Prizgent enters. Tries to bring it to his forehand. That's how he lost it. Randazzo, though, throws it off the wall, and West Islip has to rescue it. Puck comes out of the zone. Chasing after it is Bonkov. He's been out for a while. Shielding. Carrying it beneath. Looks for the pass. Comes to the slot. A shot from Espetti that goes into the end boards. Tishinis and Michelanda were both credited with that last assist, and Espetti nearly had the dagger. Bonkov just fires that one in. He's gassed. Extended period of play without a stoppage, and if you're West Islip, you have to accept that when you have a lead like this. And we get a whistle and a stoppage offsides. Back and forth we go on the LI Sports Network. Don't forget to follow the @LI Sports Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're posting live updates, game recaps, highlights. We do last night's best. So a lot of content out there on Instagram. If you're only watching the games, you're really missing a lot of your kids' hockey experience. You really are. Here comes Mills. Wrapping around the goal. That pass was broken up, but Mills will get back. Pass makes its way through Ben Stock. Anderson dives. That one's deflected. Made its way through. Elko with the stop. He's really been asked to do a lot here tonight, but he's done all of that and then some. Puck comes out of the zone. Race to it. And it was left behind at the point of contact. And then off the bench was Bonkov, who helped break that one up. Ben Stock now. Lions flip it up. They get it out. That time on the push, unable to make something happen, was Palmieri, but you see the speed, and eventually good things happen when you're able to keep your feet moving like that. That pass was deflected. I think the number one thing is that one is the late offsides. The number one thing when you talk to coaches around this league that you learn in JV is you learn to move your head as fast as you're moving your feet. And I think that this West Islip team that has a decent amount of speed, you see some speed on this Bulls team, you know, a lot of strength too, surprisingly, for the JV level. Did not you don't always see that with teams this level. It makes a difference. And with this West Islip team, you can kind of tell that, you know, when the muscle mass comes, it's going to look a lot different for them. That's just the nature of the game. Light left it for Jarrett. He entered off sides. .445 remaining. This clock is not on the Bulls' side, and they need 2 goals in the next 4 minutes and roughly 40 seconds as that one. Bulls can't clear it out. Light across the left wing dot. A shot. And that's stopped by Elko. Up the wall. Not out of the zone. It was left behind by Hoffman. Walking in now. That shot is blocked. Might have actually been a friendly fire block. Jarrett will recover. He will look to move it along. Had it poked off his stick. And that time, Bonkov stepping up, breaking that one up. He's going to inch ahead. Fires it ahead. And can't collect that one. Big play by Bonkov. His stick is tied up. Took him a minute there, and Bulls eventually got it. That shot, friendly fire block again, and now Mills and Bonkov will lead the rush. Bonkov has Mills, wants to slide it across. He does, was deflected, and Mills is forced to pick it up, curl away from the net, and fire that one. That one, with the puck rolling, went over. The Santos just trying to keep this one in as it comes to the slot and can't connect there either. Puck is eventually rescued by the Bulls, and then Bonkov does a really nice job not going off sides, just dumps that one in. And at this point, it's a waiting game if you're West Islip, just trying to survive this one and move to 6-4 on the season. That one's fired down, but not all the way. Bulls had his own entry, but it wasn't clean. They've been forced back out in to neutral. Now their own zone, under 3 minutes remaining. Inching up ice. Entering was the Bulls. That was Anthony Arnold, but just not able to make much happen there. Spetty just trying to wedge that one out, and he does, but fired back in. Mills will chase. I don't think Mills or Bonkov will get off the ice for the rest of this game. I'm not sure Spetty will either, as this one is sent up. And all down missed Randazzo, who was on that wall. He'll head all the way back down for icing. Face-off is tied up, and that shot was turned aside off the stick of Kozak. That one ends up rolling off the end boards. Mills will recollect. Lions, Mills pushing the rolling puck, one-hands it, under pressure, enters and loses it. Has to get back now. Here come the Bulls in transition. Forced to the outside. Good play, but a blown tire gives the Bulls a second chance. Lifted stick. Sinclair out of the zone. Picking up speed. To the outside. Cutting back in. Forehand. Backhand. That shot is turned aside. Good play by Sinclair, and you see flashes of the player he will be at not only this level, but the next level. Kozak ahead. Puck ends up going off the half wall. Fired up, out of the zone. Bulls recover. That is Melendez who fires it down and ends up back with Mills again. Lions will enter, and they'll exit just as quickly. Quick move from Bonkov. He'll pick up speed. Was on the brakes. Slides that one ahead. Shot turned aside by Vishula. Nice save there. And Sinclair really pressing here late in the game. Lions just trying to let this clock wind down. It's on their side for now. To the outside and looking to cut back in. That pass was broken up off the stick of Finn Howard. Off the back of the net. Still free. Thrown up and off the wall. Howard collects. Tries to throw back in. It was partially blocked by Paul Mary. Bulls just trying to figure out who's supposed to hold the line, and they do. Benstock. It's a nice job pressuring Michelanda. Bonkov left that one behind. Gets it back now. Flips it up. It'll go off the wall. It'll trickle out of the zone. Bulls now forced to regroup. Benstock had it. Threw it in. Sinclair off the wall, and that one goes towards the net, and Vishula will be forced to play it. Here's an errant pass. Espetti got a piece of it, but as time expires, West Islip holds on for a 4-2 win. Michael Elko stood on his head, and Ryan Bonkov scored 3 goals, netting the hat trick. The Lions moved to 6-4 on the LI Sports Network. For my amazing producer on the ground, Wally Mitchell, my name is Jack Ziskin. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. One more game on the docket, and tomorrow we'll all celebrate Thanksgiving. Coming up next, Kings Park Comac taking on St. Anthony's JV Black. And for those of you not joining us, have a good night and a happy Thanksgiving.